okay, Dr. Ram is talking, I think there is some big merit in this. So we are hoping that Dr. Ram has attracted you to this webinar. And no introduction, if you really know Dr. Ram, he has been a veteran in and expert in cybersecurity area. Fortunately, he's been associated with REVA University and REVA Academy for Corporate Excellence, who is hosting this webinar for almost 8 years plus now. And we have been excited and inspired by the commitment and the discipline that he brings in. In fact, we were just discussing that how committed he is on giving back to the community on almost every weekend. And today he is going to talk about a very special area, very special and very interesting and very important area for all the audience who is joining here is what is in cybersecurity today, that there is so much of movements and the opportunities there. What is that I can take advantage of this big, the wave of opportunities which is coming in. And while everyone knows that today AI is disrupting everything today, which includes even cybersecurity. So how the career is going to be looking like? Is it that the old bug bounty programs or pen testing is the only opportunities that you have in cybersecurity? Or if you are already in cybersecurity, how do I now look at different avenues of growth? If you are new to cybersecurity, what are the areas that you can look at? And is it the area of passion that you should follow? I'm hoping that Dr. Ram is going to address all those concerns, whether you are a novice in cybersecurity or an onlooker here or already a cybersecurity professional. I'm sure today you will take away something from Dr. Ram's session. This particular webinar, we are more excited because we are bringing this from REVA Academy for Corporate Excellence to REVA University alumni team. We are so glad that you are coming back to your alma mater and looking at skilling that, not looking at skilling back and improving your careers here. Somehow I'm not able to, yeah. So improving your career with us. And I think there is some jumping which is happening. So let me go back here. So those who are from the alumni community, you know that in the recent past, a lot of changes happening in REVA University. And we are fast tracking our career growth into one of the leading prominent private university. So what you have been part of REVA University, there are definitely a lot of changes, positive changes. So we would request all of you to come back and visit us and see how technologically faster that we are moving in terms of designing our programs and improving the careers of our participants. Under REVA University, we have a session, we have a department which is called REVA Academy for Corporate Excellence, which is hosting this program. Here, we specialize in transitioning working professionals like you into all these emerging technologies. We specialize in data science, AI, cybersecurity, also even leadership programs. Now, these are not siloed programs. All of them are interconnected. Today, without your log data and without understanding the patterns, you will not be able to detect any threats. So AI in cybersecurity, cybersecurity in AI, these are all interconnected. And cloud being the ubiquitous platform that it is also connecting all the other areas. So we are hoping that you will come back and visit us and see how RAISE programs are specially designed for working professionals and our dear REVA alumni. And I'm just there is some skipping which is happening. RAISE has an amazing set of mentors. Dr. Ram is part of our board of studies meeting. Incidentally, tomorrow we will be meeting as a board of studies to design what are the futuristic programs that which we can design. So similar to Dr. Ram, we have an amazing set of support from the industry, either as an industry mentor or a knowledge platform or certification platforms. And we have about 50 plus tools which is today used in the market in cybersecurity. You have all those access here. So we would request you to look at REVA University and RAISE programs especially, and if you are looking at a great career in cybersecurity. But before you look at our programs, I'm sure that you are excited to hear from the expert himself that whether should you bet your life on cybersecurity career for the next maybe 20, 30 years of career that you are going to build. And Dr. Ram is going to introduce, but I will take a minute again to tell. I think he is going to discuss also this slide. What I have seen is that he is a constant learner, and it's not about us and when he likes every day. I think that is his mantra. He is actually not quite well, but I know that if he has committed, he will be there. And that is his mantra. Even if you are not well, dress up and show up. I think these some of these wisdom nuggets are the result that you see people like Dr. Ram is shining in various positions that he has been guiding people on. Constant learner, consistently with the discipline, that how he is improving his own career, individual profile. I know recently he did a cloud certification, a long-term cloud certification. He did his PhD. He has been, multiple certification training. A person who walked the path is the right person to talk to you, preach you about what career that you should take. And that's why Dr. Ram is a stellar example of how you should look at your career seriously and commit to it, right? Irrespective of your personal, professional challenge. So with that, we are looking for an amazing session as always from Dr. Ram. We will keep all the questions coming. There is a chat window. Please chat or ask questions. We will curate all these questions towards the end so that there is an uninterrupted flow while Dr. Ram is speaking. Towards the end, about 10 minutes, we will definitely focus on some of the questions. And Dr. Ram has some tips and excellent nuggets of wisdom. So please stay back till the end. And we would be excited to connect with you as well as welcome again back to another session later. But for now, Dr. Ram, all yours. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a wonderful introduction. I'm not really sure whether I'm really worthy of all the stuff that you said. But anyway, very much thankful and grateful for
Dr.
this.
Ram.
Yeah, I'm sharing. Give me a second. Please, one of you can confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes. Is my voice audible and clear?
Yes.
Okay. Since we have already gone through the introductions, let me straight away start my session. First things first, what I'm speaking here is my personal view, not necessarily that of my employer. And I'm very much thankful again to Race and the alumni cell for organizing this webinar on a Friday evening. And thanks to all of you, 100 plus folks who have taken the time from your Friday evening and you choose to be here on a session like this. I wish we had an in-person session, but it's the best. So quickly, the agenda for today, what we'll be going through the next 45 minutes is around these 5 topics. I'm sure this is going to be a good exposure to all of us. So you see, I always put this slide to emphasize the importance of constant learning, how in a matter of a few years, how both the cameraman and the pilot have become obsolete, right? Today, with all the drone technologies, you have new professions that have emerged. Drone pilot, right? So like that, in cybersecurity domain especially, things keep changing and we need to change with the times so that we are current and relevant to the industry, right? And cybersecurity, you all know it's pretty much part of everything we do, whatever, any technology related, data related, you do have security at the base of which. And whatever be the emerging technology, be it AI, blockchain, IoT, or smart cities, there's always an element of risk in them. And for that, the only fallback option is to have a very strong security base. And that's what cybersecurity as a domain is trying to fill, right? So what are the top 5 emerging roles in security? Of course, there are different folks who tell you different things. You Google for this, you get to see different orientations. But overall, it's about these 4 or 5 areas, right? AI is coming big time, right? Ever since ChatGPT debuted 3 years back, it has evolved a lot, and we have gone beyond just ChatGPT. AI is a very key component in enhancing cyber defense. We are in the era of AI agents and agentic AI, and you need security specialists, experts who can help with the security aspect. Today, almost all tools are deploying agentic AI, which automates security, right? So many of the SOC tools have agentic AI component inbuilt, so it can save a lot of human effort, and it speeds up the kind of scale and speed with which the threats are happening, or evolving. It's humanly impossible for the analyst to look at each one of them. That's where AI comes into play in a big way, right? So a lot of use cases for AI in cybersecurity, but suffice to say, AI is in thing for now, and it's going to shake up the industry as we go along, right? And of course, cloud became very common during the COVID era, right? And cloud continues to evolve, and a lot of folks we need, specialists we need. Then security operations, you need automation folks, because again, the trend is towards automating things, and we don't want any manual processes at all, right? And zero trust architecture is the in thing today. You must have heard about zero trust network architecture, right? Or zero trust access. So that's a concept. It's a framework for ensuring we are secure. Always verify, never trust is a mantra there. So it's a set of tools, technologies, and concepts that you implement. And it is now there is no single tool that you can procure and deploy that will ensure it is we are implementing zero trust. It's a set of tools, set of concepts that you need to have, right? So how you securely build your architecture to identity access management, right? The processes that go with these, all of them form this concept of zero trust, right? And of course, threat intelligence, malware analysis, all of them are very much part of technical roles. There are of course other roles like application security. Today we are in the era of DevSecOps, right? It's no longer DevOps. So you need a lot of product security engineers. Product security is the term industry uses. And of course, today in the era of IoT, you need IoT engineers who can help secure devices and ecosystems. Yeah. So of course, AI has its own set of risks. Everything from security to privacy is what we are concerned with. There are other risks as well. So let's confine to security and privacy. Of course, we need to understand how AI systems work, how you developed them, the large, LLMs and the large language models and the small language models and stuff like that. And you do have a lot of platforms that can help you launch, gain understanding. But from the security point of view, you need to be familiar with OWASP Top 10 for LLMs, and also a publication by NIST. NIST also has an AI risk management framework. So these two are something that can help you understand the security aspects. Here is a detailed lowdown on the top 10 OWASP, key threat areas that you need to focus on from security point of view. And again, typically like your NIST generic risk management framework, this is almost on the same lines. Only thing, it's got a very strong flavor towards AI, right? So these 4 domains govern, map, and the other 2 are the ones that are focused on the whole risk management framework. You have MITRE. You must have heard about MITRE attack framework. So MITRE also has Atlas, repository. It stands for Adversarial Threat Landscape for Artificial Intelligence Systems. This is an online repository for all the TTPs, right? Tactics, techniques, and procedures related to security using AI. So please get yourself up to speed on this. This is given the link here. So this definitely helps. And of course, people have been worried. A lot of changes in the job market. A lot of jobs gets eliminated this year alone. It's mind-boggling numbers when you look at the layoffs. One key thing is, of course, AI will not replace jobs. It will change the nature of work in the sense AI won't replace your job, but people who understand and work well with AI will. So that means you need to, upskill in AI and make yourself relevant to the industry requirements so that you have a gainful employment and work, right? And what's the importance of AI, Gen AI, how it changes the roles of security professionals, right? So this is again a survey from Capgemini. Last year they did this survey, and it says how it is helping in, folks to the security analysts to focus on strategy rather than mundane tasks, and it can help in building their skill sets, right? And of course, AI is going to assist people in making life easier, especially the repetitive tasks, right? So that is one thing. So, what kind of certification would you be choosing for AI? Want to upskill and have a strong credential in AI? So, some of these factors you need to keep in mind, whether you want to get into the technical track or the governance track, right? And what is the course content, what is the skill level you need to have, what do you gain by doing that certification, and also look at the reliability, the credibility in the industry, how far it is recognized, and what's the time commitment and financial investment, how much you need to spend. And at the end of the day, you are worried about the ROI, right? I invest so much time, effort, and money, but what is the ROI? Of course, you can't get immediately results. You need to keep at it, build a relevant experience, project-related work experience and exposure, and then only you can actually expect it to start the returns, right? So here are some links for some online courses, at least at the entry level. You can explore and see which works best for you, and then pursue your learning journey. There's one more from this security.ai. This site gives you a governance oriented certification. You can do it at your own pace, right? It has multiple modules. You get a badge for completing each module successfully. End of it, you will have a online quiz, a kind of a multiple choice questions. You clear that, then you gain the certification. This is from the governance point of view. ISACA must be familiar with ISACA for the CISA, CISM related certifications. So they have introduced audit related certification in AI. It is just released a few months back, and you can explore to see you want to become an audit professional, especially where in a role where they are asking you to audit AI systems or do some sort of risk assessments for new platforms, AI platforms. This knowledge and skills would be pretty helpful. And another key certification from the AI security management side is in the works. You can take a look at the overall scheme of things, but it is not yet launched, right? So this is also in the offing. And this is an advanced level governance certification in AI. It's pretty expensive. This is from IAPP, the same body that gives data privacy certifications. One of our alumni is already certified. So this is for folks who are into leadership roles in AI and they want to have a strong understanding of the governance aspects. Definitely it can go. So the orientation is more towards understanding the laws, specifically the EU AI Act. And of course, there are a lot of vendors who are offering their own proprietary products, AI products and certifications related to that. You can take a look at this link, right? And there has never been a better time for career in security because the roles are evolving as we speak. AI is playing a big part in it, right? Remember in the early 2000s, everything came with the E prefix, right? E-commerce and like that, right? E-book. So today everything comes with the AI prefix. Either it is AI powered, AI driven, AI enabled, AI triggered, whatever. So that's a spin today. So you should be very cognizant of that. And this slide is a big picture orientation of all the different domains available in cybersecurity. So each of the color coded cluster of items offers a career path itself, right? So starting in the right, the amber one, what you can see here is application security or the product security, right? So companies which are building applications and products, they will definitely appreciate having a AppSec practice or a product security practice. And you do have all the threat modeling, secure coding, secure code review, testing, SAST and DAST testing. As I said earlier, the DevSecOps is the end thing today. For all of that, this particular domain would be helpful. Then you do have the enterprise risk management and the risk assessment. The whole core of cybersecurity as a domain exists for de-risking the organization. Okay, any sort of a organization, not necessarily commercial ones alone. It can be non-profit as well, right? So when you have to de-risk, you need to have a strong enterprise risk management framework and practices. So how do you perform? How do you have a risk management framework, and how do you perform a risk assessment for your third party service providers and vendors? How do you do the risk assessments, including onboarding due diligence assessment from the security and privacy requirements point of view, and an ongoing annual risk assessment, third party risk management, right? And of course, closely associated with that is the different risk responses. One thing is the risk assessment. The second thing, logically, is the risk response. How does the stakeholders manage the risks, whether they are accepting the risks and saying they live with it, or they want to remediate it, or they want to avoid it, or they want to transfer all of that come into it. It's an ongoing thing. It is not something, the risk assessment is a once in a year affair, but it's an ongoing thing. Then you do have the governance area where the management is concerned about the how do you govern the security program on as a whole. What are the parameters in which you evaluate the KPIs, KRIs, the dashboard, what kind of other metrics you would need, and what are the compliances related to the organization that they have to fulfill for not fall with the law or not falling short of the standards, right? And any industry benchmarks they need to do. And apart from that, you need to be ready for the audits, and the security program needs to have a strong documentation base. So something like your strategy, your plans, your policies, procedures, standards, guidelines, all of it comes into here. Then you do have the part of your SOC, you have the threat intel, right? Both internal, external, OSINT, or whether you're paying for that service and doing. So you need to have folks who are threat intelligence capability analysts, right? Then you do have the security awareness, which normally is bunched with the governance area. So you may have all the policies in place, but unless people know, it will not make sense, right? It will not be effective on ground as far as implementation is concerned. So how do you implement? How do you give awareness for your policies? Is only through effective security awareness. So it starts with security induction when you onboard an employee. Then you have at least a minimum annual, e-learning awareness program, and periodic interventions by way of reminders or focus group discussions. There are multiple ways to disseminate your security program highlights, your requirements, compliance needs, compliance requirements, and any incidents that you want to highlight so that people don't repeat and follow the best practices. You can do posters, you can do quiz, you can do newsletters. There are multiple ways in which you can engage. Then comes your SOC, where your SIEM, SOAR, all of it, where you monitor your network and take remediations real time, right, and near real time. So you do have all the tools, the digital forensics, everything included. So even digital forensics is again different, is a completely to give you a career path for folks who are interested in investigations, right? So SOC again is you do have the L1, L2, L3, and that's a hierarchy. Then you have a lead, then probably a manager. So today, SOC tools are evolved a lot. And as I said earlier, the agentic AI is making things much more automated and easier. So still you need a human oversight. Then you do have other components like your physical security, which in very advanced and progressive matured organizations where they call convert security practice, where physical security reports into cybersecurity, right? So that is also one. Then where you have OT environments, manufacturing companies, you have OT security, including IoT security. Then you do have the frameworks aligned with the governance area, where you need to know the different framework requirements, standards, and legal regulations, right? Depending on the industry sector you are in, right? And of course, you need to plan a proper secure career development path for your security team. So you need to ensure that they are upskilled all the time, and what are the different avenues in which you can upskill. Then you do have the security architecture and engineering, where you do have multiple areas, how you securely develop infrastructure architecture, network architecture. What about your cloud security or identity and access management? Because today identity is the new perimeter, right? Then what about data protection control, something like your DLP, data leakage prevention, your encryption, cryptography, all of it comes into play in this area, right? So these are all the multiple areas in which anyone can specialize. And here is a quick snapshot of the different roles and titles that are available. Again, these keep changing. The latest kid on the block is obviously the AI stuff. Point number 2. And of course, in certain industries like automotive, again, are looking for people with experience in automotive cybersecurity, right? Because today's cars are connected vehicles. It's not the simple mechanical and electrical contraption like 10 years, 15 years back. So they have a lot of components, sensors, IoT sensors, all the engine control unit, body control module, transmission control module, all of them are enabled by sensors, and they are very vulnerable to hacking, right? So the way they are designed have to be secure. So you do have an entire domain for automotive security. So like that, banking may have blockchain, right? Banking and other related industries. So very specific. Again, today we are in the era of stringent data privacy regulations. You must be heard about GDPR. And the Indian version is the DPDP Act, right? Digital Personal Data Protection Act, which is yet to be operationalized. We are awaiting for the rules, but otherwise, the act is already been passed, and we are awaiting for the rules to be notified so that it can kick off. So you do have data privacy and protection rules coming up in a very big way, right? So for data protection or privacy rules, you need to have a solid grounding on the cybersecurity domain. Then only you can actually be effective, right? And what are the roles available? At entry level, you start at the L1 level, right, as a associate or analyst or an engineer, in whatever domain you choose in this field. Then you move up as a senior analyst or a senior engineer or a consultant. Then you become an architect or a managerial role or a principal consultant role. Then finally, at the leadership level, you get to become a tower head, like a VP for a specific area, like VP for product security, VP for SOC, right? In large organizations, they may have these specialist roles, leaders who are experts who can run these functions. And of course, you can get to become the CISO, the Chief Information Security Officer, or the head, right? So that's how the hierarchy is. What is a roadmap? So I'm not sure if any freshers are here, but still, it's very important you prioritize learning over earning. Don't worry about the money. If you the more you upskill and more you are credentialed, have the skills, hands-on skills, the money will follow. Right. So you need to get out of your comfort zone and try new things, experiment, set up a home lab, join in some courses. If you want to solidly have a degree where you have multiple, certifications inbuilt, look at race programs as well, MS program. I think many of the alumni are here. You can probably check with them. I have been associated for 8 years, so I can strongly recommend race programs, right? And definitely the emphasis on proactive learning, because this domain being very dynamic and the threats keeps evolving, solutions keep emerging newly. It's very important you are on a constant learning mode. It is not a domain where you do one course or one training and then you close the book and say, I'll never open it again, right? That's not going to work. And a very quick way to, apart from a formal learning, like enrolling in an institute or a university and learning, you should also do passive learning. Be clued in what's happening in the industry. So that's why I strongly suggest get yourself, associated with any professional body, professional associations like ISACA or IC Square. You can join as a student volunteer if you're a student, or join as a member, right? So that you get advantage, get a peek into their activities, their meetups, their conferences, know what is happening in the industry, connect with senior leaders and experts, right? So that you gain a lot of insights from these accomplished folks. Networking is very important, right? And webinars are also very helpful. A lot of activities going on in the industry. So be clued in and be part of it. Of course, you have to be very focused on this, and forever upskill is going to be the way forward. Right. So if you're a mid-career professional, obviously, I can tell you there is no fixed path. This is how you start your career in cybersecurity. It's completely up to you from whatever domain you come from, right? Suppose you are coming from a network or sysadmin side, you can easily move into any role in security operations by upskilling, right? By learning these new technologies around SOC, right? Then if you want to get into cloud, today cloud is very in thing today. A lot of demand for cloud security folks. So you can specialize in any of the cloud service provider technology, AWS or GCP or Azure. Want to have a vendor neutral? Definitely there are CCSP and CCSK certifications. You can always, along with the certifications, you need to have solid hands-on experience that goes together hand in hand. And of course, we all are excited about the moment you say cybersecurity, everyone says it's about ethical hacking and pen testing. That is, of course, a very important domain. So today, the flavor is the AI red teaming, right? So pick up skills in AI red teaming. Right. And of course, there are other specific technologies in security like data loss prevention, identity access management. Today, IAM is a very big because of the zero trust, framework, zero trust architecture. And if you are into coding, you come from a coding background, you're a programmer, it's very logical and easy for you to move into AppSec, right? The product security. So as I said, the DevSecOps you can shake up and ensure the organization develops very secure products, right? And for folks who love auditing suspense, definitely you can get into security audits, right? So that's how it is. And each of these ones that we discussed is a distinct domain, right? While it is a good starting point, you should not stay there for long. Once you become an expert, explore other areas so that you can transition into other areas, gain valuable experience when you can, and then become a well-rounded all-rounder. Right? Why I'm telling you is beyond a point, you need to go beyond technology from the technical comfort zone into managerial and leadership zone. Right? So in leadership role, if you are aiming to be a tower head or a CISO, you need to have exposure to all the areas in security, though you may not be an expert in everything. Suppose you start as a SOC and analyst. You've been in the domain for 2 years, 3 years. Now you move into cloud for another 3 years. But then, you are getting into different cloud areas. Then you move into security architecture. I'm just giving an example. It may not be true in every case, right? You have to have that exposure. So in a matter of about 10, 12 years, you are ready for a senior management role. You will able to, clearly articulate and understand the different aspects of the security program. And of course, with your leadership skills, you will be able to back the job as a CISO, okay, over a period of time. My point is don't get stuck in one place because it's very comforting for you because that is your core competency. Move out of the domain once you become an expert where you don't have anything new to learn. It's time that you upskill, right? So it's very important to proactively learn the domain, right? And the importance of a mentor is very critical. Beyond a point, you can't learn everything only from books and courses, right? Online resources. You need to have someone senior whom you trust, who has been there, done that, who can guide you, who can listen to you. You can use as a sounding board to check and verify if you are in the right thought process, you are in the right path, and that a mentor's advice can be really valuable. So find a mentor. A mentor need not be a role model, but they'll have a lot of, don't confuse mentor to be a role model. But a mentor can actually be a very trustworthy individual with a lot of experience who's willing to share their insights to you. So be very choosy about whom you ask advice and ensure you find a good mentor and have a medium to long-term relationship so that you derive the best out of the engagement. And of course, if you want to move into a different domain once you upskill, it's very important that you utilize that, capitalize the opportunities that are available laterally in your organization before you move out and check in the open market, right? So that's my take on this. So if you are a fresher looking for a break, of course, it's a very detailed slide. I'll be talking about the roadmap in the ensuing slide as well. So what is important? We already spoke about importance of learning. You have to build the mass through building expertise, right? So build the expertise by working on projects and start getting active in the industry network, industry circuit, right? All the conferences, meetings. Start volunteering. If you are very service minded, you want to know how events are being organized. That will give you a lot of insights about how things happen. Right. So that is also a good way to serve the community and get to know many folks, experts and leaders. They will get to know you and you never know where the next job opportunity can come from. Right. And then you have to create an identity for yourself once you become a mid-level professional, or when you are ready to share some insights from your experience, right? So then you can write blogs, you can write articles, and a lot of journals are available, right? Online sites are available. And of course, we can publish books. Today, a lot of youngsters are writing their experience and publishing books. It's a big credit when you become a published author at a young age, right? So we can do all these thought leadership activities. We can also speak at industry conferences when you are ready, right? When you become very credible and acceptable in the industry by speaking in smaller groups, then you want to go into larger, forums, right? And you can also come and teach at raise itself, right? As a guest lecture, you can give. So whatever knowledge you have, it's not enough. If you have, you should also share. The knowledge you share is actually very valuable, right? So guys, I hope you guys agree with me on this. Okay. Now, essential tools and skills. Very quickly, we will look at the key tools. I already spoke about the SOC technologies. They are very much in demand. So tools are anyway goes with the flow. What is very popular today. Of course, Splunk is one of the key tools that you can specialize in. There are others. I'm not favoring Splunk. I just gave an example. Then you have the EDR and endpoint protection platforms. You have CrowdStrike, you have Sentinel One, so on and so forth. You can specialize in either of them. Then you have the vulnerability management and pen testing tools. Popular ones are the Nessus and Nmap, Kali Linux. We do have Metasploit, Burpsuite, all of them. Right, just giving a snapshot. It's not a exhaustive set of tools that I'm trying to put here. Cloud security, you need to have a strong understanding of CSPM, cloud workload protection platform, and cloud infrastructure entitlement platform, all of them, right? And of course, for folks who are interested in digital forensics, you can look at Wireshark and Autopsy. There are a lot more tools. You have NKS, right? Any of the tools you can use. So in-demand skills, we already familiar. I spoke about the AI. So, excuse me. Apart from AI, you can also specialize in cloud security and zero trust, incident response, and digital forensics. Then the key thing in digital forensics is your hit rate has to be high. They give you 10 different cases over a period of say 6 months or so, and you're able to solve only 4 or 5. It looks bad, right? So you should also understand the pros and cons of each of these domains before you start specializing. Out of 10, if you're able to solve 8 and above, it looks good for you, right? If you're not able to solve, get to the bottom of things, then it is not a good thing, right? And that doesn't reflect well on you. Then you have the AppSec where you can ensure your SSDLC is secure, right? So all the skills that we spoke about on related to application security are listed here. Then the threat analysis, intelligence and behavioral analytics. You do have a lot of feeds through which you gain threat intel. Okay, or it could be open source intelligence or paid versions, and you can quickly feed it to your SOC team for proactive action. Then you have automation and scripting, mainly around PowerShell and Python. And even in technical roles, you need to have a lot of soft skills, because when you work with in a multicultural environment and in a team role, it's very important you have these skills: team playing skills, problem solving, analytical thinking, adaptability, right? And good at writing reports, quick reports, and very superior communication skills and documentation skills, right? These are all very basic things that anyone should develop. Now, again, you look at this, the growing skills in the last few years have been around cloud and AppSec, application security. Doesn't mean you don't have to worry about strategy or governance. Even they are also important. Only thing, the focus is more on the technical aspects, right? And how do you gain real world exposure? While you may join a institution or a university, or you can do online courses also, but real world exposure is very, very important, especially when you are trying to break into your first job in cybersecurity. So one way is the internship, or you can do freelance projects, right? You can participate in capture the flag events, right? Contests or hackathons, right? Where you compete with other teams and you get to see where you stand. You can volunteer in local chapters and gain some exposure. You can join some WhatsApp groups dedicated for knowledge sharing, Telegram groups, right? And you can also go through a lot of YouTube videos. So all of them are available. Only thing is we do not have the focus and the willpower to do, but it's all available. Other ways to develop your skills is, of course, training and certifications. You can do online labs like TryHackMe, and there are other platforms as well. And networking, definitely it will help you connect with people, right, and learn from each other. You can effectively leverage LinkedIn in a very big way to connect with folks and learn a lot about what's going on, the latest in thing in the market, right, in the industry. You can set up home labs for your practice and experiments. And you can also participate in bug bounty programs, right? That will help you hone your skills in identifying what are the vulnerabilities there and report them responsibly. And you also get rewarded in terms of not just cash, or I mean in kind. Also they also give you the wall of fame listing, right? So, and importantly, as I said, if you get a mentor, they say no, very few, as a figure of speech, they say there's a proverb, 1 hour conversation with a knowledgeable mentor is better than reading 1,000 books. Okay, so it's not to downplay or belittle reading books, but point is, if you have a wonderful conversation full of insights, the time you spend with the mentor is very, very valuable, right? And very importantly, have this mindset: the best investment you make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you learn. Simple as that. This is why the legend Warren Buffett. My point here is, many youngsters, the moment any conference looks interesting, they want free invites. Please do not have that mindset. We all spend a lot of money on partying and stuff. I'm not saying that is wrong. When you can blow up so much money on a pizza party and stuff, spending a few thousands as a entry, registration fee for a industry conference or a training is definitely investing in yourself, right? So that is very important. That mindset is very important. Not every company can afford to sponsor you for certifications. Whether they sponsor or not, it is you who's going to benefit or lose, right? So if they are sponsoring, thank your stars and pursue the certification successfully. If they don't sponsor, still, if it is part of your goal, you should definitely pursue on your own on a self-support basis and gain that expertise and that credential, right? So that is the whole idea. So which certifications matter, right? There are multiple ways, multiple types of certifications, skill-based, domain-based, product-based, and of course, the standard-based. And of course, there is another way you can classify the certifications in terms of, the complexity and the orientation. Okay, so why certifications? One is you quickly learn. As I said earlier, if you start your career as a SOC analyst, you want to move into cloud, there's no way you can learn on the job unless the company is kind enough to allow you to work in cloud technologies. But that's pretty rare, right? So you want to learn cloud, immediately you can pursue a certification, right? The learnings will definitely help you. And once you certify, it will help you to stand out from the crowd, right? You're a certified professional, and of course, you can command a better market rate, right? And it shows commitment that you've taken the effort to do a certification. And of course, you become a part of a elite club. Part of that, if you're a CISSP, if you're a CISM, or you're a OSCP or a CH, it's a very special moment for you. Even in interviews, they won't ask you basic questions. The moment you say I'm an certified ethical hacker, the level of conversation will actually be different, right? They'll ask you. They won't ask you to define and ask you basic questions. Rather, it will be scenario based. It will be a very interesting conversation. So this slide, I thought I'll put it up for you to understand importance of certifications from Fortinet, and they say they're looking for certified candidates, and that makes a lot of difference, right? It's a very competitive world. You need to have certification to stand out, right? So that explains. But one word of caution: certifications are important, but side by side, the hands-on skills are important. Because when I try to hire people, they put all certification keywords in the resume. I'm not sure whether they really pursued a certification or they just put the acronyms. But we ask two in-depth questions they're not able to answer. Then when we ask them, you put something like this: oh, I did a 1 hour online course in a video-based course in site builder site of AWS. That's what we come to here. That's a very sorry state of affairs. So which certification depends on where you are in your career. You are early, mid, or late career professional, and what you are looking at achieve: technical, techno-managerial, or leadership. It's a good site for you to play around. This link you can use to check different certifications. And of course, your own SWOT analysis would actually be helpful to understand where are your goals and interest and passion, right? So after your SWOT, you can look at technical areas, and of course the leadership and management areas. It's up to you. And I'll always suggest you start with the technical area, gain some expertise in that before you shift to the management and leadership area, right? Because without technical grounding, you'll not be on a very strong footing. You'll always be shaky, right? So specialize, for example, in VAPT and cloud or SOC before you move into any of the audit roles or other GRC roles. So certifications are both vendor neutral and there are vendor specific. You can do either of them. So again, for beginners, these are the basic certifications. I would strongly recommend CEH. That has a lot of value in the market. If you want to do very basics, you can always go free certification from ISC Square, something called CC, Certified in Cybersecurity. That's a very free course. Then you do have the offensive certifications, for which you need to have a lot of hands-on skills. I would suggest you to go through, if you are interested into these, in Google, understand before you actually jump into it. You need to have a solid hands-on experience before you attempt, and they are very expensive. But I thought I'll just give you an exposure by these slides, right? It's very good to know what is what. Whether you do it or not, at least you have that awareness, right? The defensive side, you have all these certifications, but be very clear what area of interest to you, which actually appeals to you, depending on your interest. Then you pursue. And don't become a certification junkie by doing everything. When I look at a CV, the guy has done something in application security, something in SOC, something in ethical hacking, something in data privacy. Is all over the place, he or she. So I'm not able to find what is the core competency, what is the proficiency of that person, where do they specialize in, right? So don't become like a certification junkie. Be very focused. You want to build your career in SOC, do only SOC related SOC products, SIEM, and then before you gain mastery and some sort of expertise, do not move into other area, right? So that way you build a solid profile. And I always suggest people, please pursue 2 key certifications every year in a related area. Matter of 4 years, you'll have solid 8 certifications in your CV, right? And doing certification is one thing, having hands-on experience and skills is another. So you have to do both side by side. Don't do cert just for the sake of certification. It will not take you far, right? Because any seasoned interviewer can actually figure out that you just did the certification for the sake of it and don't have any practical experience. That will not help you, right? So have to ensure you balance both, right? Some more on the blue and red teams. The classifications are little bit wrong in the InfoSec side in the bottom, but that's okay. But blue team and red team, you can always take a look. You have Easy Council, ISC Square, Isaka, all of them. And SANS again is very advanced, very expensive. Only when you have a lot of exposure, experience in the industry, you can actually look at SANS. Even in ISC Square, CISSP is a gold standard in information security certification. You need to have some 5 or 8 years experience before you actually qualify, right? Certify. So remember the eligibility criteria before you jump into them, right? Another slide on the ISACA certifications, very detailed. I'm skipping for now. Cloud has got a lot of certs, right? I'm just showing you the AWS flavor. You can focus on security if you are interested. And of course, this is again a role-based roadmap, right? On different areas, on different roles in cloud, you can pursue. And of course, you do have ISO certifications, which is easy to do. It's no great shakes. Typically, ISO certifications are done in a star hotel. Now the flavor is more into two different management systems, right? You can pursue. And this is a nice roadmap to understand which certifications are available. Don't get worried about the different acronyms. You can always Google and search. Pointers, what is related to information security, which is there in the first blue line, right? The shaded in blue. You can take a look. And these are all mostly vendor neutral, and this is vendor specific. You can see the different vendors, right? You see Citrix and Adobe and AWS, and all the different vendors, right? And top paying jobs, last year stats, again, it's a US orientation. All of them, the top 15 jobs, you do have ones which are related to security, right? And which are the top certifications? The ones that are marked in red tick are the top ones. They are of the 15. And there are five of them are in the top slot, right? Again, this is related to the US market, but it gives you an idea. Where are the jobs available? Of course, in the consulting area, all these big four audit firms, consulting firms, and all of them, research analyst firms like Gartner and stuff. Then you do have the IT sector comprising both the service and product companies, startups, and security product companies. Non-IT, you have different industry sectors like banking, financial services, health and pharma, defense, retail, telecom, automotive, all of them. Then you don't have entrepreneurs. You can become a freelancer or you can set your own company, right? You don't have to believe me for whatever I say. You can just go to any of the job sites and put all these keywords to understand where the opportunities are available, right? And there are some top experts you can follow in different online forums. They are very active in sharing their views and their thought process. It will be good to get clued in what's going on. And some career advice before I wrap up. Security career is a very long shot. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you have to be patient, do all the right things, and be prepared for the long haul. And you have to be open-minded and to stay relevant. You should learn and learn and relearn. The willingness is very important. What is valid yesterday may not be today, so should be ready to let go. Have fun at work. Don't try to do everything at once because the field is very vast. It's an ocean. We already saw the big picture orientation of the different color-coded domains I showed you. So that's the length and breadth of these domain. And it's important that you gain knowledge, but what's all the more important is real world experience, right? And specialization is very good when you start your career in cybersecurity or when you transition into, you get a break into this domain. But it is only good for a start, but you need to specialize into other domains and preferably managerial and leadership skills if you want to become a well-rounded individual, well-rounded professional and take up leadership roles, right? So this is again a very favorite quote of mine. I like what Alvin Toffler says. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn and relearn. Keep this in mind, right? So I've given some links for further reading. I would want to close this talk with this favorite quote of mine: choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life, right? So go take on the world. Any questions? I'm happy to take now. You can connect with me. Let's stay connected, learn from each other. I hope this session was useful. Any questions or comments, you can put it in the chat box.
Thank you, Dr. Ram. I think there are questions coming in. We are just kind of capturing. So,
Okay.
AI in cybersecurity, how do we start the career is one of the questions.
Okay. So primarily, you need to gain understanding of the AI technologies. Almost all the cloud service providers are into AI today. So learn AI tools, AI programming, machine learning. So you look at RACE program. You do have a full-fledged master's degree specialized in AI. That's a big deal. You're spending 2 years in learning with very practical insights. If 2 years is too long, you can look at a PG diploma for 1 year. I hope that's valid, Dr. Shinu. So
Yes,
that way, and I also
absolutely.
given the different links as well for you to explore. So again, take steps to learn what is AI all about, its capabilities, before you get into any tooling and programming for artificial intelligence. And AI and cybersecurity is a very good combo, right? You can always specialize in there.
Another question from Srinivas is that, do I need to master any programming languages to become a cybersecurity professional?
Yeah. If you learn Python, it will be very helpful. Though not 100% necessary, but it depends on the role that you take up. Certain roles you need a scripting languages expertise, exposure. So definitely it will help if you learn stuff like Python and PowerShell.
Okay. Are there any professional groups for mid-career professionals?
Of course, a lot of WhatsApp groups are there, Telegram groups are there. You can always join. That's why I say when you join any industry events, your horizons will widen, and they will add you to professional groups where we share a lot of articles and PDF documents. And you can always ask people for insights and inputs. So you are an InfoSec manager or an InfoSec architect. Suddenly your boss is asking you to explore a new tool or a solution, and you may not be familiar with that. So how do you go about it? When you are part of these professional WhatsApp groups or Telegram groups, you just ask query which is the best DLP tool or IAM tool or a cloud CSPM tool. Then they will tell you, and depending on your use case, they will tell you which is good for your company also, right? So all these practical insights you gain from such associations, such groups. So please get clued in there.
Okay, another very interesting question from Sudha Rani. She says, I'm into another field, and in my 30s and 40s, is it possible to transition into cybersecurity?
Yeah, why not? Why not? It all depends on your enthusiasm and drive. Reva Lenny has got a lot of examples how people, mid-career folks with no background in IT, they have come into IT either in AI or data science or cybersecurity and fully successfully transition into this domain. There is a very storied example of a very enthusiastic lady who came in after her childbirth, and then she came from a teaching background, completely non IT background, and she completed her master's, and now she is with a big four audit firm as a security manager, cyber security manager. That's one of the prime examples I can quote. I think yes. Dr. Shinu will have a lot more.
We will have amazing stories such career transitions. Women, especially those who came from teaching profession, as Dr. Ram mentioned, the housewives. Now, not just India, we are talking about global roles that they are getting. Most of them, These women have joined their husbands and now started earning in dollars at various parts of US, and all in top 4, Deloitte, KPMG, EY, etc. Okay. So I think AppSec roles, engineer's role, AppSec engineer, what are the tools that you recommend?
You have to specialize in SAST and DAS tools. You can gain exposure to secure coding. Tools like Veracode can be very helpful, right? Threat modeling, you need to understand there are tools for threat modeling from Microsoft, Stride and stuff. So the more you get your hands dirty and feet wet, gaining exposure to different tools, you'll be confident and you can start using them. Yeah.
Okay, 1 or 2 interesting questions have come. We will take. I know it is 7:36. What about CID bureau or any government rules, government organizations?
Yeah, all the cybercrime police departments look for forensic folks, forensic professionals. You can start with them as an intern if you are interested, and you can you can serve the government. And also, a lot of consultants are also employed by the police department to solve cybercrime cases. There are big 4 audit firms are also helping the government in all the investigations. Either way, you can support them. Yeah.
Okay, there is a interesting but very larger scope question. I think Shiva is asking that there are cyber attacks now generated by nations and created by AI. So in that scenario, should we get into what kind of future that you see in learning cybersecurity, where AI could even build any kind of attack scenarios?
So today we are in the era of AI versus AI, not just nation states attacking critical assets. It's AI versus AI. So that means you need to have a strong understanding and expertise in AI to leverage for cyber defense, right? So I already spoke about how different use cases are there for threat detection, threat monitoring, behavior analytics, for SOC, even the triaging, looking at the alerts that comes and it automatically remediates depending on the threat profile. So all of this is happening on an automated version using AI. So learning AI is very critical if you want to play a meaningful part in this.
Okay, I think somebody is asking that whether Portswigger learning helps in AI security. I think that's a very
basic tool. Definitely, it will help you. So I can, all the tools that you do for, basic analysis, that can help you. Part of the tool stack, right? So just learning one tool will not help you. You need to have a bunch of tools, right? So for your SOC investigations, definitely that will help you.
Okay. I think we must thank Dr. Ram for being very open about discussing, because there are no right answers to all these questions. You have to walk the path. Dr. Ram can guide you the right way, right? So please do connect. Our team has posted Dr. Ram's LinkedIn profile, or you can meet him at the campus on Saturdays here. You can always visit, right? So I'll take a quick minute, Dr. Ram, about because you had already mentioned about how our programs can help the audience. So at Reva Academy for Corporate Excellence, which is part of Reva University, we do 2-3 things. One is that we have this master's programs for working professionals in cybersecurity, AI, and other areas. And today, all our programs are interdisciplinary, and there are AI use cases which we are setting up, as Dr. Ram mentioned, both offensive and defensive use cases that which we are building. So similarly, we also do customized training programs. Now, why do we say RAISE programs are different? It is not unlike any university program where a lot of theoretical understanding is been taught. No, all our programs are very practical, full stack, creating very transitional, resume transitioning projects built and mentored by industry leaders like Dr. Ram, right? That makes all the difference. And like Dr. Ram mentioned, that meeting a mentor can change your life sometimes. Here we are looking at 50 plus senior industry mentors who can question you, who can guide you, who can show you the right path, right? So that is what we would look at. We have a very specific master's program in cybersecurity, and if I could connect to Dr. Ram's talk throughout, and if somebody says that where do I begin, I think you begin the way that this learning path has been defined. You would go from a network basics to next level firewalls to basic perimeter defense to. So that is the first set of modules that you would look at. You would go from your operating systems, all operating system security in terms of hardening. Then you would move further into all the application security, especially web application security. Dr. Ram mentioned about OWASP. So how do you actually, the both offensive and defensive side, each of these security layers, how do you ensure that you are defending? Then we would move on to say threat modeling. So for an given organization, how would you model the threat as well as the risk? And all these things are taught through very specific tools. Dr. Ram mentioned multiple times that how important is a CEH certification, because that is one of the basic requirements that most of the companies would ask for, even for an entry-level position. And that is inbuilt into this program. Similarly, CPENT, and now we are changing it to OSCP aligned. So that means it is one of the very powerful penetration testing certification which is available in the market. And a series of the modules around incident management. So series of job profiles in Security Operations Center, threat intel, threat analysis, your malware analysis, ransomware analysis, all that is part of this incident management stream. So series of programs. And we would do that with hybrid tools like Splunk, or a pure cloud tools like Azure using Defender, Sentinel, Phantom, and other technologies. That is also inbuilt into it. You would get all these certifications as part of it. So SC200 is a security analyst, the certification from Microsoft Azure. And another very interesting thing is about Cyber Range. Cyber Range is an interesting simulation of your entire cybersecurity, the landscape of an organization. So starting from traffic generations to blue teaming and red teaming exercises, how do you defend, how do you offend, all those exercises you would do in a very simulated environment. Similarly, AI. So AI for cybersecurity is one of the core area that which we teach here. So those who don't have exposure to Python or algorithms or machine learning tools, all that start here. So you would get a series of use cases that which we have built, our participants have built, as well as our mentors have built. And Dr. Ram mentioned about an area where you can even move to the CISO level is GRC, right? Because GRC talks about creating the right policies and procedures and controls for an organization. So that is your GRC. Similarly, other electives. And at the end of it, a transitioning project, which is sponsored, very futuristic project. You will build it with the help of our mentors. And that is this program. It's very powerful. And we have seen amazing career transition in this. And our profiles also, if you see, their average experience is 10 years and they come from all backgrounds. Minimum 2 years relevant experience is important. And if you are coming through as a full-time student route, then you have to go through the government PGCET entrance exam. But otherwise, if you have 2 years of relevant experience, our team would have already put all the links where you can look at us. And excellent transition. I truly believe because of the very focused approach we have on cybersecurity here and very technologically driven program that we are able to show this kind of amazing career transitions to our participants, right? So that is a little invite to all of you, both our audience as well as especially for REVA alumni, to come back to REVA and meet us at REVA Academy for Corporate Excellence to know more about these programs. Along with these programs, there are other programs, short-term programs. In fact, we have a very, very powerful DevSecOps program, which is about 3-4 weekends. But you will get to know the entire dev pipeline, security configurations, as well as your final deployment through about 10 plus tools. And that has also been very powerfully. And these are the ways that you can enter into cybersecurity industry, right? So with that, I think we hope to see you in the campus. We have a beautiful campus here. And I would request Professor Srinidhi, I think he is the reason that we had this discussion and bringing Dr. Ram to all of you. So Dr. Srinidhi, you have anything to say, and then we can kind of close the session. But before I close, Dr. Ram, as always, I think you were spot on, and hope that you will continue to guide us.
Thank you. See you then. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Dr. I think Professor Srinidhi, I think, is online.
Yeah.
Professor Srinidhi.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, Race. In fact, I hope I'm audible.
Yes,
I'll try to
audible
switch
and
off
visible.
my video
Okay.
because the network is quite low here, but
Okay.
it was a power packed session for sure. Not a minute of my time was deviated. Everything that sir shared was really helpful to us. And I'm pretty sure the alumni, whoever attended, would surely leave me a message asking for many more informations. And I would really like to take this opportunity to thank Shino ma'am for supporting, and of course, our domain expert and beloved Dr. Ram sir for sharing his great insights during this particular evening. And despite not being well, he ensured that he gives his power pack presentations to us. And really thankful to you, sir. And thanks to all the members of RACE for supporting in organizing this event, and also our alumni cell executive, Ms. Vijita, and the team for reaching out to all the alumni, ensuring that whoever is interested gets this message and bring them on board here today for this particular session. We look forward to meet more of our alumni often in the campus, and there is a lot for us to talk, but I guess it's time for us now because ma'am has also got a reminder about a mentoring session. It shows that they work 24/7. So anyway, thanks to RACE for taking their time out for this alumni enrichment program. We look forward to many more such sessions for the benefit of our alumni and also to help them professionally excel. Thanks for this evening. Thank you all.
Thank you. We will send the recorded videos to all of you. Some of you are asking for the deck, and we will come back to you on that. But the e-certificate, if those who want it, that also would be shared after the session, right? Okay. So thank you, everyone. Thanks, Professor Srinidhi, Dr. Ram. Good night and good evening, everyone. Thank you.
Good night. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.